Sawadee krap, welcome to PHUKET XTRA, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. I'm your host JP Mestanza, and it's Tuesday, March 10th. Let's start with our top story. While the COVID-19 coronavirus continues to dominate the headlines, Thai officials are starting to ask visitors to the kingdom to submit health certificates if you're coming from any of the countries deemed as disease-infected zones. On Sunday, the Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand issued a new guideline for COVID-19 affected countries deemed by Thailand as disease-infected zones. These include South Korea, China, Italy, Iran, Macau, and Hong Kong. The guideline states that passengers coming from these countries must present health certificates saying they have no risk of coronavirus disease, and if not, they'll be denied entry to board their flight to Thailand. And upon arriving in Thai airports, they must present the health certificates again, along with a filled out F8 form to disease control officials for verification. Anyone found infected will be quarantined, but the airline operator will shoulder the financial cost. Similar rules are said to be applied to boat passengers and crews coming from COVID-19 affected countries and territories. Now, here in Phuket, officials are saying that a rumor that's been making the rounds in the past week that someone infected with the virus was at the Tesco Lotus Dalang branch, forcing it to close, that is now untrue according to officials from that Tesco Lotus branch. The rumor came from a post in a chat group on the Line app, and the claims were then made online, but the head of the local public health division said it was not true at all. In addition, rumors that the death of a 64-year-old Russian man was due to the coronavirus, they were also found to be untrue, according to the chief of Vashita Phuket Hospital, Dr. Cherng Talay, who said that the man was being treated at the hospital since February 15th for severe pneumonia, and that was the cause of his death back on February 29th. Dr. Chalermpong also said the man had acute respiratory distress syndrome along with pneumonia, and 2 tests for the COVID-19 virus on him came back negative. Meanwhile, KBank is closing all its currency exchange booths, and its branches will no longer accept foreign currencies for exchange over fears of the coronavirus spreading. All staff at these currency exchange booths in Thailand have already been ordered to self-quarantine at home for 14 days. According to a notice from KBank on Sunday, adding that at this stage, they've not found any of their staff infected with COVID-19. Meanwhile, the iconic Songkran party on Khao San Road in Bangkok has now been canceled to prevent the possible spread of the virus. The announcement came from the president of the Khao San Business Association yesterday and marks the second year in a row that Songkran on Khao San Road was canceled. Last year, it was called off to allow authorities time to prepare the area for His Majesty the King's coronation. Globally, the virus has surpassed 114,400 cases worldwide, with 64 of them fully recovered and over 4,000 deaths. Police are trying to track down the person responsible for starting a trash fire in the hills behind Kamala on Sunday after the flames quickly scorched through the dry grass in the area and endangered local residents' homes. Local officials were informed of the fire at about 2:40 p.m. on Sunday on Ketni Hill in Kamala, and allegedly started by someone who set a pile of garbage on fire near the base of the hill. The blaze quickly spread and saw 7 water trucks from nearby government agencies, including the Royal Thai Navy, arrive at the scene. The Phuket governor even arrived to survey the scene while firefighters battled a difficult blaze, carrying hoses across the terrain as their trucks couldn't get close enough. The fire was finally doused at 10 p.m. and saw 30 rai of land, or about 12 acres, destroyed. Officers stayed overnight in case the fire picked back up, which it did on Monday morning, and saw firefighters once again return to douse the flames. As of noon yesterday, firefighters say they're satisfied that the flare-ups were contained and the area was soaked enough to prevent another fire from restarting. Kamala officials say they filed a complaint with police to search for the fire starter and have asked locals not to burn their garbage, that it can cause fires and quickly spread. Officials say that the construction of the final phase of the Patong wastewater treatment plant is going so well that it might even be done before its scheduled deadline of March 2nd of next year. Their nearly 130 million baht construction of Phase 5 of the expansion began in September of last year and happened only after the previous expansion upgraded the plant to treat approximately 30,000 cubic liters of wastewater per day, according to Patong municipality's public health officers. Officials told the Phuket News that during low season, Patong generates about 24,000 cubic meters of wastewater a day and can go as high as 32,000 during high season. And right now, any excess wastewater in Patong that has to be held in tanks to be treated later. Once this latest expansion is completed, the Patong wastewater treatment plant will be able to treat up to 39,000 cubic meters of wastewater per day, more than enough for high season, according to Patong public health officials. Phuket Extra will be right back after this.
It's the Phuket Hospitality Golf Challenge 2020. Register at Laguna Golf Phuket or ASEAN-events.com.
Welcome back to Phuket Extra. Water restrictions are now coming to Phuket's Cherng Talay area as water supply from the mains have been reduced to just 4 hours a day due to the municipality running out of water reserves. The move affects residents in Cherng Talay who rely on Cherng Talay municipality for running water, and it came into effect last Friday, according to the municipality's Water Production Division supervisor, who said that the drought situation in Phuket, it's forced them to allow water supply only from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. each day. Cherng Talay municipality is buying water from a private supply company, which can only provide about 1,000 cubic meters of water daily. But the measure is expected to be temporary for the next 3 months, until the annual rains return. Cherng Talay residents left without any water supply can call the municipality 24 hours a day for water delivery at the number below. A trip to collect scrap metal from a nearby island off Phuket's east coast turned out to be the last for a 61-year-old man and his 4-year-old son who disappeared on Friday, only for their bodies to be found 2 days later. The bodies of 61-year-old Narong Saitong and his 4-year-old son Tanakrit were found on Sunday morning by Royal Thai police, found at different locations off Phuket's east coast. The body of the father was found floating near Rasada Pier, while the son's was found floating in Al Makam. Both were found at about 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. The daughter raised the alarm on Saturday night, telling authorities that the pair had gone by a longtail boat from Rasada Pier for Ko Tapao Noi at about 3 a.m. on Thursday, and they were last seen at 5 p.m. on Friday at the island. The bodies have been taken to Vashira Phuket Hospital for post-mortem examinations. Charges are forthcoming over the more than 200 rai or 79 acres being cleared to make way for construction of a small pool resort in the hills overlapping the boundaries of Wichit and Chalong here in Phuket. The Royal Forest Department filed a complaint with the local Wichit police after an inspection by RFD officers and the DSI last Tuesday, and the complaint alleged that, quote, influential people had to cut down trees covering the more than 79 acres area in the Khao Nakerb National Forest. The complaint alleged that several land brokers had conspired together to clear the land and build on it, then apply later to have land titles issued on the basis that the land had already been occupied for many years. For more on this, visit thepuketnews.com. And that's it for Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. We'd like to get your feedback on any of the news you just watched, so drop us a line in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. From all of us here at the Phuket News Center, thank you for watching, and until tomorrow, stay classy, Phuket.